The best DSLRs are some of the most reliable and hardy cameras around, even as mirrorless camera technology becomes more widespread. While mirrorless cameras can be tempting propositions, the best DSLRs can offer fantastic shooting experience, often incorporating mirrorless technology and features such as on-sensor face detection autofocus and more. However, one of the main advantages of DSLRs is its optical viewfinder. Many photographers prefer viewing their image naturally rather than through a mini TV screen, that is EVF. The large and ergonomic hand grips make the best DSLR super comfortable to use when shooting for long periods of time. So if you are willing to buy a best DSLR in 2021, so here we have a list of best DSLR of all budgets that you can consider to buy in 2021. Please hit the like button, do share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Nikon D3500, a best DSLR for beginners, students and anyone on a budget. The Nikon 3500 was launched back in 2018 as an evolution of Nikon's best-selling line of digital cameras. Many reviewers have rated it as one of the best Nikon cameras right now, as well as one of the best cameras for beginners. Novice photographers are often worried about DSLRs being complicated to use, but the Nikon 3500 has a brilliant guide shooting mode that acts as a fully interactive tutorial on photography delivered via rear LCD screen. The rear screen is fixed and you are limited to full HD video rather than 4K. But the 24 megapixel sensor delivers super sharp images and retracting 1855mm kit lens is rather good too. The D3500 is small, light, cheap and easy to use. All the qualities that will appeal to beginners. It might seem as if the camera technology is advancing at the breakneck speed right now, but the 3500 has all the qualities we still look for in a beginner camera, and we still haven't seen anything to touch it at this price point. Buy this camera for its interactive guide shooting mode, solid performance and great handling. The disappointments are it has fairly basic controls and the LCD has no tilt or touchscreen. Links are given in the description for various countries. You can check the price and availability in your country and buy it from there. Canon EOS Rebel SL3 or EOS 250D. If you stretch your budget a little, you can get a 4K and a very angled touchscreen. Canon does make a couple of cheaper DSLRs than this one, but we reckon they are a little cut down in features and build quality, and we would recommend paying just a little bit extra for this EOS Rebel SL3 DSLR, which is called as EOS 250D in Europe. Buy this because it has a very angled touchscreen on the back and a sensor with the Canon's dual pixel CMOS AF technology, so the autofocus in live view is really snappy. We also love the fact that you can start from a simple guided user interface when you are still learning and then switch to the standard setup when you feel more confident and want more control. This is the best DSLR for beginners keen to learn and experiment with new techniques. It is also as good in the live view mode as a mirrorless camera, and it is very hard to imagine anything beating this more advanced beginner camera for features and value right now. Buy this camera for its guided screen options and pivoting touchscreen with the very much needed 4K video feature. The only disappointment is the body might be too small for some. Canon EOS 90D. It is an enthusiast DSLR with everything. This is the best Canon camera for enthusiasts, and it is arrived with a groundbreaking specification that no other camera in this category can match and could leave a few professional photographers and videographers taking a look to. The EOS 90D packs in an amazing 32.5 million pixels, the highest yet for an APS-C camera. Though don't expect to see any obvious and instant benefit in image quality. Instead, revel in this camera's 10 FPS continuous shooting capability and its uncropped 4K video capture, a consumer level Canon that doesn't reduce the angle of view for 4K video. The extra megapixel do dent the EOS 90D's high ISO, low light performance, but this camera has so many capabilities and so much potential that we think it's dazzlingly good all-rounder for enthusiasts who want to try every facet of photography. Nikon D7500, a great Nikon camera with amazing specification at a budget price. Nikon fans looking for an all-round equivalent to the do-it-all Canon's EOS 90D should take a look at the Nikon 7500. Also designed for enthusiasts, it offers a slightly faster 8 fps continuous shooting speed, a proven 51-point autofocus system, and the ability to capture 4K video. It has a tilting rear screen rather than the fully articulated design on the EOS 90D and relies on slower contrast autofocus in live view mode. But if you do most of your shooting through the viewfinder, these will be a small point. The D7500 also has a lower resolution, that is 20 megapixel compared to the 32.5 megapixel on the EOS 90D, but in real world shooting, its high performance sensor delivers images which are not far behind the definition offered by the Canon, despite the difference in megapixel. Nikon fans who like sports photography might also want to take a look at the Nikon's D500, but this is a much more expensive camera and it's growing harder to find. Buy this camera for its best fits from the D500 and the lightweight build. The disappointments are it is less robust than the D500 and the downgraded autofocus system. Nikon D850, possibly the greatest high-resolution full-frame DSLR and overall the best DSLR. APS-C format DSLRs offers the best compromise between features, quality and price, but professionals will demand a step up in image quality, and that means a full-frame DSLR. The Nikon D850 is an expensive camera, but its capabilities put it in a class of its own. Its 45.7 MP resolution is spectacular, and it has a 153-point autofocus system and can capture images at 7 frames per second or 9 frames per second with an optional MB-D18 battery grip. Amazing video features also make it one of the best 4K camera choices around, though the new Nikon D780 would be a better and cheaper choice for DSLR videographer. The Nikon D850 doesn't have the new Nikon's D780's hybrid on-sensor autofocus technology, so its live view autofocus speeds are relatively pedestrian, but that scarcely puts a dent in D850's all-round appeal as arguably the best DSLR of all for professional photographers. It looked spectacular when it first came out in 2017, and it looks just as good today, but cheaper. Buy this camera for its mighty resolving power, pro-grade build but still compact. The disappointments are it is fairly noisy at very high ISO settings, and the vertical grip is an optional add-on. So these are some of the best DSLRs that you can consider to buy in 2021. If I had missed any of the best DSLR, please comment in the comment section. Do share this video among your friends. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.